Howdy, and welcome back here to episode 25, as we are now in the month of July. I know, a real shocker, we actually made it. But it turns out July is when a lot of our fields are ready to be harvested. And yeah, so we're going to be in July for a little bit. So for this episode, we're going to need to get another harvester so we can start harvesting all the fields. In addition to that, we also want to do a little farm build. And with us only having about 471,000 or just under that, we are not going to be buying the new harvester. We're going to go ahead and lease it. Also, for the sake of time, I'm not going to have it delivered because, well, it's a bit of driving to town. Plus, navigating the roads through town with a harvester, a bit of a challenge. So let's check out and see what we can find. And we got it all delivered here. So we ended up with getting the New Holland CR 10.9, which is a big boy harvester and a header to go along with that. And this is definitely much better than that John Deere, which at some point I do want to replace, but that will be down the road when we have a lot of extra money. This one, we do have it on a lease, but my plan is I want to buy this. So as soon as we have some extra money, we will pay off the lease and take ownership of it. So let me get this hooked up because we have a bunch of harvesting to get done. Course play is all laid out. We are ready to go. I'm just going to hop here into this little corner and cut out a little swath so we can get access to the field without doing any crop damage. There we go. That should be plenty. All right, so we get this lined up here, and then we will turn it over to a worker. All right, that should do it. And I think, I am hoping we have a really high yield from this, and that we also get a bunch of straw. All right, and there we go. We are off. All the workers off. Awesome. Speaking of awesome, if you are enjoying this video or the series, be sure and subscribe and hit that like button. And stick around for the end of this video when we do our little farm build. So if you're asking, well, what's the farm build? Well, it's going to involve this field here. I keep, giving hints the last couple episodes about I have a plan for this field. Well, that's going to happen this episode. Just not going to tell you what it is yet. We'll come back to that because we got to get our other harvester up and running out there in the canola field. And even though it is a John Deere, it should still do plenty fine on harvesting, hopefully. And someday I will get that replaced. Let's head around here. I'm going to park over here because pretty much we're going to get it up and running and then and turn it over to a worker. This should be good. We have the course play laid in here with our John Deere harvester and New Holland header. Yeah, that's the whole thing. But yeah, we got it laid in, so we're going to turn this over to a worker and get them lined up here with the starting point. That should do it right about there. Let's be pull for a little bit and we'll turn this over, and then we need to head back over to the other farmyard because, well, Andy, he is filled up and waiting to be unloaded. But before we head over to the other farm, I want to get this trailer out to the field so we can start unloading the canola once this harvester is filled as well. So let me hop in the store and we are going to buy a tractor. I did mention in the last episode that we do need to have a tractor on this farm. AutoSim Crew said we need to get an old Fint. Well, we're going to get an old Fint. Not old. We're going to get old-ish, older. Not modern, not new, but semi. I don't know. This is probably, I think this is from the 90s, maybe early 2000s. I don't know. It's probably close to 20 years old. Anyways, this is the one we're going to get. It is 273,000, but we are going to lease it again because, well, we don't have that kind of money right now. We need to save our money for some expansion plans coming. But here we go. We got it delivered to the farm. And yeah, our plan on this though, as you know, similar with the harvester, is as soon as we have the money to pay off some of these leases we have going right now, we do have quite a few going, we will do that. But let me get this hooked up and we're going to get this out to that field so we will be ready to unload the canola. Let's get this out of here. There we go. And then we'll hop in the truck and go head over to the other farm so we can empty Andy's harvester so he can get back to work. And back over here at the other farm, and I think the semi is in here. Let's check. Yep, there it is. There it is. All right, let's get this turned on and get that trailer connected and get out there and get Andy all unloaded because we need Andy to get back to work to harvesting that field because it is a very, very large field. Well, not as big as our other field. And I'm excited about all of the grains we're going to have from this year's harvest. It is going to be amazing. Let's see, he's back there. That's too narrow, so let's try this side. Yep. Let's go down here and head down this side of the field and get Andy unloaded. Oh boy, I started turning too late. Let's back up here a little bit, and there we go. This is a horrible angle, but we're unloading. That's all that matters. That was a very bad approach, but hey, we're still getting it done. All right, so let me get this unloaded from Andy, and then so he can get back to finishing up this wheat field. Andy is back at the wheat, getting that harvest, and he's already up to 15%. We're going to park the semi-trailer here just so we can hop back into it quickly and empty Andy when he gets filled up again. But for now, let's switch modes here a little bit and do some farm build. Because as I mentioned, we have that piece of land we're going to build on, and this will kind of give you a really big hint about what we're going to do. As you know, we're going to sell the farmhouse on the other farm, and we are going to sell the decorations around our farmhouse here and our farmhouse here as well. Because we're going to put something in this spot in place of it. Actually, let's keep that shed because that just adds character to it. What about this shed? I think... Actually, no. Let's keep this shed as well. It kind of looks cool. It kind of fits. So we'll leave that shed there as well. But if you guessed that we're going to be building our new farm house over in this that field over there, then you were correct. That is what we're going to do. But before we do that, we're going to sell some stuff over here at our other farm. Also put in a production for our canola oil because that's a major purpose of the farm is we're going to be making canola. But let's get in here and we're going to sell. Let's start with the farmhouse. There we go. We need to sell the farm decorations. There we go. And I think we'll hold off on the garage for now. So I need to figure out what we're going to put in there, and then we'll redecorate based on that. But let's head down here. So we're going to go ahead and sell that shed. I know we originally said we're going to sell this shed, the bell shed, but I like that one too much. So we're going to go ahead and sell this one. And even though it is right next to the sheep pen, which is what needs the bells, because we're going to, this alfalfa field, we're going to bell up, we're going to put it in the bell shed, and we're going to have to run it all the way up to here. But I just like this shed too much. It's just way too cool to tear down. So we're going to tear down this one, which is also a cool bell shed, and we're going to put in a production here to make some oil. Now in the previous videos, I think it's probably a couple episodes ago, I mentioned that I really did not want to do a industrial style production, and pretty much all of the oil plants I found are pretty much like this style. And I really don't want to do that because it just doesn't fit the farm. We kind of have a vibe going here on the farm, you know, kind of more of a countryish style. We probably will have some blends like this over in our other production area on that little section of that field where we're kind of designating our production area. But over here, I want to try and keep it more of a urban style, I guess you could say. So I did mention this one here, the farm production barn, and this is what I think we're going to go with. Now this one does have some additional productions, actually quite a few additional productions. We may use some of those, we may not, but the main purpose we're getting for this is to make oil from our canola. And I think it just fits perfectly in there too. And the best part is it kind of looks like something you would see on a farm anyways, being a barn and all that. I'm gonna go ahead and rename this just so in case we get some other productions and stuff like that, but also kind of identify, hey, what this is for. This is for making canola production barn. There we go. All right. So this is our canola production barn. That's not to say we won't do other things, but that's what we're going to do, use it for. So let me do some more landscaping around this, and then we will move on to another part of our farm build. All right, got all the grass put back in and just putting some paths in, and we're going to add a little path over here to our little swing next to the pond. We're going to kind of sit there, relax, and enjoy the pond after a long day. Let me just get this little path over here to this door, because I always like to have like all the paths put in just so it kind of looks, you know, like it belongs here. Just do little touch-ups. Kind of make the paths a little bit worn there. All right, there we go. We are all in and ready to go. So I had planned on doing this really long drawn out farm build for our farmhouse. However, Stevie is one of my favorite modders, just came out with this pack of placeable houses that are fully, like, everything's done. All you have to do is place it down and you're done. And they are amazing. Very well done. I love them, and decided this is what we're going to be using. So yeah, this will probably be the actual one. There are several in there, but that's the one we're going to use. But before we do that, I'm going to cover over this field and change it to meadow grass, so that way we don't have a field randomly showing up underneath our house. So let me get this all taken care of, and then we will put our house down and start doing some landscaping. All right, this is, I think, gonna be the spot. This gives us enough space around that edge along the creek there to put a little path in. And so I think right here should be perfect. There we go. We have it down. All right, so now we just need to do some landscaping, put down our grass and some trees and stuff, and we'll be good to go. But before we do that, let's get Andy emptied out again, because he is filled up and I need him out here getting this wheat harvested. I also noticed that Elizabeth is also done with her harvesting, so we're gonna hop into the fin and just listen to that thing. Fins just sound so good. How terrible is John Deere? And yeah, I went with this I don't know what color of blue this is. It's the Fenton blue. I know I almost went with the Fenton green, but I went with the Fenton blue just because it kind of grows on you. I don't know what color of bluish green this is, but it's kind of cool, so thought I would go with it. All right, let's get over here, and we're gonna get Elizabeth all emptied out, and then we will get back to our farm build. And we got all the canola loaded up into this trailer here. The awesome Thorger wagon from Mark Thor. Let me get this pipe extended out here, and we're gonna dump all of, well, as much as this production will take. We're gonna dump as much as we can into it, and hopefully it will take most of it, if not all of it. Actually, let's check and see. Oh yeah, it has a 500,000 liter capacity, so it will take all of it. Let's hop here into the production menu and turn on the production. And this does take all kinds of stuff and produce it, and we may do some of this stuff later down the road. I don't know, we may. But for now, what we're after is canola oil. So let's get that turned on. And go down here. I also want to get the canola oil set to spawn. There we go, spawning. All right. So now we can head back over and finish our construction. And just heading underneath our little passage under the tracks from the farmyard to the house. And oh, I just heard the beep. We're almost out of fuel. That reminds me, I need to put a fuel tank on this farm at some point, but not right now, later. So I did get the roads put in and the paths, and kind of have the dirt path here connecting it over to our farmyard. So we have all of that in, and everything kind of more or less landscaped. However, we don't have a sleep trigger, so let's head over here to our farmhouses, and because these are decoration ones, but I'm using them as a farmhouse because they're just so cool. And I mean, these mods would be great. Like, so if you're building like a town or something like that and just want to plop down houses, because there's several of them. These mods are fantastic for doing like a little town build series. I cannot get it to quite fit over that map. Let's see. Let's just go for it. There we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do some more landscaping here. Put some trees down and stuff just to kind of make it like it's been lived in. It's not new, it's been here for a while. So I'll just put that into a quick little time lapse and get this landscaping all done.
I didn't care that we were okay, that I could just erase, rewind, let it roll. Meet me back here next year, and I'll be fine by then. We were on a high, but now we're letting go, and finding the way back is all I know. All I know. From now, I'm thinking about myself, I'm minding just my own. So when we meet again, I'm fine by then. Fine by then. I'll be fine by then. I go to bed to get up early. I go to work and not much change. I met a girl and she's quite funny, but I'm not quite there, ready for love. It's been alright without you here, though it was better when you were there right by my side that long ago. Oh, how I wish I didn't care if I was okay.
All right, I think we are done. I think we got everything in. And yeah, we ended up going with a lot of birch trees just for the style. I think they kind of fit with the feel I was going for. I like having them like kind of lined up along the different paths and everything too. Just makes it feel cool. But yeah, so this is our house. We got it all done, got everything landscaped in. Did not take that long, thanks to an amazing an amazing job done by Stevie's Mods. And yeah, I love this little deck here, the backyard, how it's just all laid out. We got a printing table here and a table up here. You can just sit and eat some barbecue and jump in the pool if you want, although don't jump in the pool right after eating. But yeah, we have a fully decorated out house, and it's a really awesome. Stevie did an awesome job on these. Speaking of that, I am going to put a link right there at the very top right where you can go check out his video where he showcases these, and has a link in the description where you can download this. Now that this is for PC only, it is not on console. I don't know if he's planning on sending it to Giants or not, but right now it's only available from his YouTube channel. well, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. We got our canola harvested, our wheat harvested, we got our new farmhouse built, and yeah, pretty much got everything done. We need to get that grass mowed here on the right though, but we will do that in another episode. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful day as I head back over here to the farm and refuel the truck, so stop beeping. And yeah, also be sure and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the build. Until Wednesday, which we will have our Stone Valley episode, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you then.